Make for a better experience working in the terminal, we are going to download a few things and kind of try and make it a little bit nicer for us, make it a little bit more readable, human readable. So the first thing I want us to do is we're going to go download a new terminal called iTerm, and this is only for Mac users. So if you go to iTerm, you just search for iTerm, iTerm2 comes up, and you can just download this terminal. So you click it, you download it, you install it, and it will be put in your downloads folder, move it in your applications folder, and also put it in your dock. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is we want to use a different shell script. Bash, Z shell gives us some nice theming options that I am familiar with. I don't know, I'm not a big fan of working in Bash, but that's just probably because I haven't done it a lot. I like to use this Z shell. So if we just search for ZSH, we can go to ohmyzsh.sh and just click install, and it will install it, or no, it will give you a command that you can use to install it. And so what you're going to do is you're going to copy this, go to your newly downloaded iTerm. Sure, we'll do that automatically. And you will just copy and paste it into your terminal here. I've already done this. I think it'll ask you if you would want to use Z shell as your default. You'll just type Y, I think, for just yes. And then, so now once we have Z shell installed, we can start kind of theming this a little bit and making it a little bit nicer. Okay, I want to use bullet train. I don't think it's this first one, but this is what comes up when I search for it. So this looks right. This is what I want to use. It's going to give us some nice looking, very readable, tells you what directory you're in. It could also tell you what Git branch you're on, and just some other things that make it nice to read. So I guess they think the first thing we need to do to get this going, requirements, powerline compatibility, fonts. I think if I just it works with any coding font. Download the latest version. So this is going to give us a terminal font. So a font a better looking font than just this kind of computery, robot-y looking font. So other environments you can copy paste these commands in terminal. Comments are fine too. So let's just do that. Because remember, we've put Git on our machine. We can do this one. I'm just going to copy the whole thing and paste it in here and see what happens. Cool. So now I think up here in terminal we can go to preferences, and we should have appearance. Is that what it is? Windows. Theme. I like the regular, that's fine. So it gives us all our powerline fonts. It should. Things that we need. Okay. Let's back it up. Wait. Yes, bullet train. This is what we're working on, bullet train. Okay. We've downloaded the fonts. The think I want to tell terminal though. I want to tell it to use, I think, oh yeah, profiles. Go default profile. I think we can tell in here what font we want it to use. Icon terminal. Text. Here we go. Unicode Monaco. We don't want to use Monaco. We want to use. Let's use that one for Powerline. Okay, I think that probably fixed it. If you look now at our text here, it has changed. It's not that weird looking font we had before. Cool. So we'll use that one, Noto Mono, for Powerline. Now, I think since we've got that set up, we can download the theme here. I swear it was easier than this. Put the file bullettrain.zsh theme. Oh, okay. So if we go here, I'm going to close this out because we got this working now. Let's see what's here. So ls is a command to list all the things in the current directory you're in. So right now I am in my root directory. It has these things in it. Let's see. In the ZSH custom themes, LA, list all. There we go. So we have ZSH. So LA will list all the files and then also the permissions those files have and the users that can access them. Let's see. So we have a ZSH custom directory that we. Okay. I think. Hold on. Let's do cd dot oh my zsh ls. I'm going to go into custom, type ls, and I'm going to go into themes ls. And there's an example.zsh theme. What I'm going to do, I'm going to make a bullettrain.zsh theme dash train .zsh dash theme. Oh, I'm going to make this. So to make a file, do touch bullet dash train .zsh dash theme. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open that up with the terminal shell scripting language or shell script thing called Vim. So VI or V. V opens up. I can just type in code into this editor. It just opens up a little editor inside of terminal for me. So I will V and the file that I just made. Okay, it's empty. So I want to take, I think this is this. I'm just going to copy all of this and I'm going to go paste it into here. And then I'm going to hit escape. I'm going to hit colon and I'm going to hit WQ and that's going to write it. Type ls, make sure it's still there. Good, it should be there. Now I need to go look at the ZSHRC file. So now I'm going to back it out. I don't really need to do this, but because the ZSHRC sits at my user root, I'm just going to go there. And then I'm going to V into my ZSHRC. Oh wait, it is tilde dot or slash dot ZSHRC. That will open that up. and then I need to put this as my theme. So if you look here, we've got ZSH theme Robbie Russell. I'm going to change this. I'm going to hit I so I can insert something. I'm going to type in bullet-train, hit escape, colon, right quit, WQ. Cool. And I think that should do it. If I just make a new thing here, it gives me the bullet train. Definitely not the colors that I want, but I think there's a way to download a color scheme to make this happen. But it gave me the bullet train. So it tells me what folder I'm in. See, if I changed into that directory I was in before, that was CD, I think it was .omyzsh. It tells me what Git branch I'm on. I escape or CD and back out of this because I don't want to be in here anymore. And so I'm going to now download a color scheme. Well, I can't remember. That's not too bad. I kind of like that. I guess you can kind of just change the color preset here. Tango dark. That's not bad. Tango light. Nope, don't like that. There was a way we could import one, and I can't remember. We'll just do the pastel dark. That's not too bad. I like that. Cursor color. I don't like that color for the cursor color. I want a green. Darker green. More like a brighter. Yeah, let's do that. That looks good. Nope, not that. Green. I want a green. There you go. Let's do that. I like that. Color boost was this? Oh. It's dark enough. I like that. Let's just go with that. So it gives me, like I said, it gives me some good things to use here. And you can play around with it and make it look however you want. But I like having this information here. It'll separate commands for me and make it just easier for me personally to digest and read. So we've kind of introduced a few things as we've been going along here. One is change directory. So in the last video we made a dev directory, right? So we can change directory into that. We can type ls, which will list out the stuff in there. I have an app called Hello World. And then inside of Hello World, if you can see now, we've got our stuff here that tells me what directory we're in, what branch I'm on in that directory. Okay. Now, some other things we can do inside of this directory. I'm going to type ls again and see what we have in here. We could make files. We can do all kinds of things. So I'm going to back out. We're going to make a new project, and this is going to be just a basic HTML. We're going to create an HTML file, and we're going to create a CSS file, and then we're going to move these things around a little bit so we can practice moving things around. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to make a directory, and I'm going to call it HTML practice. Okay. You type ls, now you have an HTML practice directory in there. You can change into the directory, and now we can make something. We can make a file called index.html. So I'm going to type touch, which creates a file. Then the index.html. Next thing, I'm going to do touch and index.css. Cool. So we've got an HTML file, we've got a CSS file. HTML is like your bones, your structure of the page, and the CSS is what styles it. It gives it your look and feel. Now, we've made these two files. I actually don't want my CSS file sitting at my root. So I'm going to actually make a new directory. So mkdir, mkdir, makes a new directory, and I'm going to make a directory called styles. Okay, now the next thing I want you to do is we're going to move the CSS file into that directory. So what we're going to do is type mv index.css, and we're going to type in the directory we want to move it into. Type ls. There's no index.css in here now. If we type ll, type styles slash, it shows it that we've got this index.css inside of our styles folder. Okay. Now, so we've made directories, we've made files, we've listed the files that are in those directories, we have moved files around. Let's make a JS file that we're going to remove. So I'm going to do a touch index.js, type ll, shows me the files in the folder that's in that directory. We now have an index.js. Well, for this project, I don't really want to use this index.js file, so I'm going to show you, the whole point of this is so I can show you how to remove a file. And you can just do, I think you just do rm index.js, and that will remove the file for you. If you wanted to remove a whole directory, now this is important that you know exactly what you're removing, so that way you don't get rid of system files or anything like that, or important files for your project, because this is a very destructive process. You could lose a lot of stuff. Be very careful with this command. I'm going to make a new directory, and I'm going to call it just like a history directory, right? And let's say your computer's logging a bunch of information and it's sticking it into this history directory, and it's just taking up space on your machine. Well, I'm actually going to make a couple things, put it inside of the history. Index1.js, and we'll make an index2. Whoops, we got a few files in there. So if I ll history, it gives me those 3 files, right, that I just made. So let's say that your computer was making a bunch of just log files, a bunch of just kind of garbage. Well, I want to remove the folder completely. So if I want to do that, I can't just do remove history. It won't let me. History is a directory. You have to do remove recursively. Remove rf, or yeah, rf. I think it's -rf. -rf history. It'll remove the folder completely. Okay. So those are the commands that I wanted to teach you today. If you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the comments. Go ahead, like, subscribe, hit the bell. That way you can get notified when I come out with a new video. Another thing, again, I'm not doing this just for me. I'm actually doing this to help. I want to help out with the current situation. There is a digital divide that I'm that I'm very passionate about, and I want to bring everybody and equalize the table and equalize the opportunity that is available, that should be available to everyone. And there are many people out there with machines that just can't do the job, that can't that are very slow and not easy to work on. This kind of work's fun, and it's a lot more fun, especially when you have a machine that works. And so that's what I am trying to get across. I will at some point have a place where you can donate to be able to do that. But yeah, go ahead, like, subscribe, and we will see you next time.